Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming back, and I know it's been a while since we've done a video, so we have a new video for you today. We're going to make some fresh cheese, but before we get on to that, I just want to explain why we weren't around a lot last year. So first of all, I got a new job, so that's great. I'm really loving it. I'm getting lots of hours, so scheduling is a bit of an issue. We also did a lot of traveling last year. We went to the States a couple of times, and we went to BC for a wedding. But the trips to the States, both times, were met with grief. We had a cousin that passed away. She was only 43. So that was a terrible, terrible loss. She was a beautiful person. I can't say too much more because then I won't be able to get through the rest of it. We were there for about a week, and the day we came back home, an uncle passed away as well. So we were able to say our last goodbyes to him before he passed. And then a few months later, after we came home from BC, we went right back to the States for another funeral. My cousin that had passed away earlier on in the year, her father had passed away in the fall. So it wasn't a great year for our family that way, but we do have some fond memories. We did make some fond memories while we were there. One of the things that we did was my uncle taught me how to make fresh cheese. It was our intention that we would be able to somehow combine his telling me how to make it with me making it. I do have footage of him making it, so I will include it in this video, but for now I'm just going to show you how I made it, and we're going to see how it is. I just want to dedicate this video to my family members who we miss terribly. So to make fresh cheese, we need 2 liters of milk, powdered rennet, which is right here, some salt, and a pot, and a thermometer just to test the temperature of the milk. Two tablespoons. 1 teaspoon of milk. 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to stir that up. And stir it because as you stir it, it obviously mixes, and the temperature is more accurate that way because there could be pockets of cool milk, pockets of warm milk. So here's our thermometer. It's at 97. I'm going to give it a good stir. It's 98. Perfect. We're going to take it off the flame. Keep stirring to make sure. Okay, now it's at 99. 100. Okay, take it off completely. Took it off the flame. I took it actually off the stove completely, and it's still rising. So we're just going to let it cool down back to 99, 100. And we'll just keep stirring it. So I'm just stirring it until it drops in temperature. So I'm just going to keep stirring it. I'm looking for 99. 100 might be okay, but I'm looking for 99. And this rennet works very much like yeast. Too hot and it will kill it. Too cold and it won't do anything. It won't grow. Okay, it's at 99. So I'm gonna put the rennet in it now. Okay, still stirring, still says 99, so it's good to go. And this is the powdered rennet. If you ever use the tablets, this is the same thing, it's just in powder form. So I like to mix it to make sure that, you know, it's all mixed together. And then we'll just need a quarter teaspoon of this. So there's the rennet. Okay. And we're gonna stir. Okay. And we're going to put the lid on it. And we're gonna let it set. We're gonna check it in a couple of hours to see if it's ready to cut into. So it's been 2.5 hours. Let's check it. So you want it to pull away in a solid lump, and it's doing it like that. It's perfect. So we're gonna get a clean knife and we're going to score it, okay? So we're gonna cut through it. We're just gonna cut lines in both directions. And what that does is allow the whey and the curd to separate. Doesn't have to be completely square, doesn't have to be a specific size. Okay, and now we wait. So let's check it out. It's been sitting here all day, and look. See what I mean by the whey has separated from the milk solids? That's exactly how you want it. So we're just gonna scoop it now into our prepared cheese baskets. Okay, so you'll need some cheese baskets, such as these. You can get these on Amazon, and some ramekins. Anything that's kind of short that you can sit these baskets in like that. And then you'll need a container to hold it all. Okay, so let's get started. We'll put each ramekin inside, each basket inside that. Okay. You will also need a slotted spoon of some. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go in here as gently as we can without disturbing too much. We're gonna pour it in the basket. And we're gonna do that with every single one until it's full. Okay, and as you can see, this one, it starts to drain almost instantly. So you need these little baskets to be high up off of the surface to allow for drainage. So here we have it. All the cheese is in their little baskets. And look at all the whey that's already drained. So we have to drain this down the sink. We're not gonna use this for anything. Okay, and after a while, just take the baskets out of the ramekins and drain the ramekins. See how full they are? Okay, and just put them back in this container. And put the lid back on. Here are the results. Here's our cheese. And if you can see, all of that liquid is whey, and that just gets pour down the drain. We don't need it. But I'm just going to lift this up and plop it onto a plate. And there you go. Look at that. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to that. I'm just going to set these aside. So we'll add a little bit of salt. And I'll show you how we eat it. So these are nice Portuguese buns. I didn't make them. I bought them. Open it up. And just do it one single layer. And look at how creamy it is. Look at that. Spreads like butter. And it tastes as creamy as it looks. It honestly does. This is like the simplest thing to make. It's time consuming because you have to let the whey do its, or the rennet do its job. And then you have to cut it as you saw, and then watch the whey and drain it. So this is how my husband likes it. So this will be for him. I'm going to have a little bit of this side. I'll just cut it. And I'll tell you, want a little bit more. You can add chorizo to it, put it on top. You can have this is our island cheese. We've always called it queijo das ilhas, which basically means cheese from the islands. So you can buy this at the Portuguese stores. And it's really, really good too. So let's try our fresh cheese. It's so good. You'll love it in the morning for breakfast, for a snack. You can use it on anything. We have Portuguese muffins here, freshly made. You can buy it in the store if you don't want to make them. But again, it's just wonderful. These are so good. By the way, this is our pepper paste. This is the sweet pepper paste, not the spicy, because you know how I am about spice. But it smells really good. It smells really fresh. And my husband loves it. My uncle Carlos, the cheesemaker, he had he had a whole system going. He had a container that he bought specifically for the cheese. He figured out how to use these plumbing pipes. I guess they're PCV pipes that are not probably the healthiest. He figured out a way to use them. He poked all these holes. He went to a lot of trouble to make me some, which I still have and I won't part with. But I did find these on Amazon. They're a little bit easier to handle. There's a lot more holes. You can do whatever you like. You can buy metal ones in the Portuguese store. Basically the metal ones look like this, except it's got holes, but it doesn't have as many holes as something like this or this does. But I hope you try this recipe. I hope you have fun with it. And I hope it brings you joy like it brings us to think about our family members who give us these traditions and these recipes. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. See you next time.
Tablespoon. That has like a 1% chance of causing
Perfect.
erectile dysfunction. And then
that's fun.
And it would be permanent.
The spoon, stir it.
Stir.
And then 1% of that 1% are chemically castrated. So, I mean,
Sorry, Bentley.
No, that's not a good idea.
no, but I mean, hey, you know,
Tell her it's 98.
98.
That's a
Okay.
Yeah.